Tonight on CTV, City Council proposes an appeal that could affect your housing options.
And CSU students gather in the LSC for the Spring Career Fair.
Defend Our Future meets for a discussion in the LSC to talk about the environment, and more specifically, bees.
We have all that, plus weather, sports, and entertainment. So don't go away. CTV starts right now.
Good evening and welcome to CTV News. I'm Amelia Castaneda.
And I'm Sunday Miller. Here's what's happening in the news near you.
A proposed union project that would provide new student housing was appealed during the City Council meeting this Tuesday night.
This is an appeal seeking council review of
The appeal to block the development of the Union on Elizabeth Apartments project was unanimously rejected by the City Council.
It's great that any citizen can have their voice heard in this process. That's the reason the process is set up, and so I'm very pleased that when someone had a concern, they did voice that concern.
Rory Heath, a Fort Collins resident, submitted an appeal 2 weeks after. The planning and construction of the Union on Elizabeth would move forward as planned. The layout will be similar to that of the Union on Plum, with an additional retail space on the first floor.
The two-day Spring Career Fair wrapped up yesterday, giving students of all majors the chance to connect with various companies and organizations. About 200 employers from across the state came to CSU to meet students in person and discuss full-time, part-time, and internship positions.
One of our goals as an employer connections team is to just bring a diverse array of employers to campus from a variety of industries to then help the students really explore and figure out, like, what is the right fit for me? What's going to help me with my kind of career path and what my hopes and dreams are?
The CSU Career Center is located downstairs in the Laurie Student Center and offers an array of resources from career assessments and resume guides to free events like the Career Fair.
The Career Fair, we have one in the spring and the fall, and it's the largest event that we put on for students. It's a great way for students to come out and make connections with those employers, really kind of explore and see a variety of different pathways for them to consider.
We are here to, as recruiters, help develop the lives of the individuals who join our company and help them grow their careers.
I'm a CSU alum. We've got 3 other CSU alums on staff right now, and so we think it's a good way to network and stay local and try to get local help.
I mean, we love Colorado State University. We live here in we live and work here in the Front Range up in this northern Colorado area, and we know the quality of students that Colorado State is producing.
I'm a CSU alumni, and so I try to give them the value of things, not only, you're looking for a paycheck, but you want to look to make sure, do they give you a good benefit package, and do they have a mission like we do?
I'm looking for like a full-time job when I graduate in May, and that's a little harder to find here. They're mostly doing internships, but it's always good to just give them your resume.
If students couldn't attend the career fair, there will be a just-in-time job and internship fair on April 3rd. This event is open to CSU students and alumni and will have about 60 employers with hiring needs.
It's never too early to start thinking about these things, and so we love it when students come in our doors as first-year, second-year students. And at the same time, if you haven't stepped foot in before and you're a senior in your last semester, don't hesitate to come in and work with us as well.
The Career Center has drop-in career counseling for students Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For more information on employment opportunities, visit career.colostate.edu.
Defend Our Future hosted a panel with local environmental issues Monday at the Laurie Student Center. Reporter Isabella Roberts has more.
Is that if they can create a new poison that's not a neonicotinoid, but it's still
a panel of Northern Colorado experts came together Monday evening to discuss the impact of the declining bee population on the environment.
As one of the panelists mentioned tonight, I think the majority of our food comes from pollinators, and so it's an issue that affects all of us, our daily dinner plates, and that, in addition to the intrinsic value of nature, and the thing that we try to remind folks all the time is that we coexist with wildlife, and pollinators are no different. And so we want to be able to provide coexistence habitat where we can thrive, as well as the pollinators and especially the bees.
There were so many people who were really engaged and really listening to a lot of what was being said, and bees aren't my first area of study, but there were some interesting points being made.
I need to be caring about the bees because I'm a floriculture, like flower production focus. If there are no bees to pollinate my flowers, I don't have a career in the future. That's why I need it.
The event was sponsored by Defend Our Future, a local nonprofit that highlights important environmental issues.
If we don't address it now, that there can be great implications down the line. So I think awareness is great, but then behavior is as important. So we need to be aware of this, then we need to act and do what we can locally in our own sort of sphere of influence to.
The panelists urged attendees to better take into consideration what they consume and the pesticides they may be using.
For more information, you can visit defendourfuture.org.
This weekend, Senator John Cafales is inviting the public to hear some insights on the happenings in the Capitol. This event will be held in the Dasbog Coffee Community Room at 401 Mason Court. The event runs Saturday from 9 to 10:30 a.m. If you can't make it this weekend, don't worry. These community meetings are held once a month. For more information, go to johncafales.org/calendar.
The $2.4 million project to upgrade the Jack Christensen track just got delayed a few more months due to weather concerns. According to Assistant Director for Facilities Management and University Planner Fred Haberek, the weather must be sufficiently warm in order for the synthetic surface to adhere to the concrete. The project was expected to be completed early last November, but now it's looking for it to be closer to be done this May.
For more information on the upcoming weather and how it'll affect your weekend, stay tuned for your weather report with Keenan Cozart. I'm Sunday Miller.
And I'm Amelia Castaneda. We'll see you next week.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Welcome back from break, Rams. I'm your weather anchor, Keenan Cozart. It was kind of a breezy and sunny start to our day here on Thursday. Let's look at your current temperatures. Your overnight lows. Onto the plains, we have Craig at 4, Vail at 5, and Grand Junction at 5. On the I-25 corridor, we have some 20s, 18 in Colorado Springs, Denver at 19, and 13 in Fort Collins. Onto the plains, we have Lyman at 10 and Sterling at 12. Tomorrow's highs are going to rebound pretty nice, better than last night. Craig will be at 34, Vail at 35, and Gunnison at 34. On the I-25 corridor, we have Pueblo at 45, Denver at 46, and Fort Collins at 39. Onto the plains, we have Lyman at 39 and Burlington at 39. For your tomorrow's forecast, high is going to be 40. Your sunny, wind's going to be at 6 miles an hour southwest, and your sunset is at 5:37 p.m. Your 5-day forecast is going to warm up. It's going to be 48 on Saturday. Sunday is going to be partly cloudy, a low of 19. Monday, we're going to have snow move into the forecast, so your high is going to be 30. If you have morning classes, I'd advise you to bring a jacket with you. And on Tuesday, your low is going to be 10. For your Friday planner, in the morning when you wake up, it's going to be 21 degrees. Around noon, it's going to be 34, but the winds will pick up, and it will be 11 miles an hour. Around the afternoon, it's going to be 38. The winds will calm down, and it's going to be at 4 p.m. Coming up next is Jared with men's basketball and swimming.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
All right, listening to 90.5 KCSU Fort Collins with DJ Mean Beats,
DJ Nightshade,
DJ Wildcard. Music to me is
one of the best creative outlets that I can think of.
an escape from the real world.
Music to me is an expression of love.
To go from like folk to hip hop to like classic rock, 1960s bossa nova. With music, there's like no boundaries.
I work here because I love music, and you do too.
Welcome back from the break into the Thursday Night Sports Show. I'm Jared Stratton, here to catch you up on CSU athletics. The CSU men's basketball team's coaching problems might officially be over. After Larry Stacy and Steve Barnes were put on administrative leave, former assistant coach Jace Earl took over, snapping their 7-game losing streak. There are reports that Larry Stacy will be officially gone from the team within about a week and that they will be negotiating for a severance package. It also doesn't look like Steve Barnes will be admitted back into the program due to players boycotting practice when he was interim head coach. Jace Earl will be the interim head coach for the foreseeable future and coaching the team against Fresno State this Saturday at 5 p.m. The CSU women's basketball team is looking more unstoppable week after week. They have won 6 games straight, bringing them up to 3rd place in the Mountain West Conference. The spotlight has constantly been on Hannah Verde, with her team leading 22 points last game. Head coach Ryan Williams also broke a CSU record against Wyoming, making him the winningest head coach in CSU women's basketball history, now with 133 wins. He also holds a record for most conference wins in the CSU history with 77 and counting. Ryan Williams and the Rams will look to keep the winning streak alive this weekend in the Cancer Awareness Game against Fresno State this Saturday at 2 p.m. During the San Antonio Mountain West Swimming and Diving Championships, the CSU swimming team has absolutely dominated. They were only scheduled for 2 events yesterday, and they broke school records in both of them. They broke school records in the 200 medley relay and the 800 freestyle relay. The Rams earned 98 points yesterday, tying Air Force for 9th place. During the 1-meter diving event, Skylar Williams got a score of 241.11, placing her at 25th place in her first ever Mountain West Championship event. The Rams will continue to compete until this Saturday, with the event is scheduled to end. Well, that's all the sports I have for today, but make sure to check thecollegian.com and CTV Channel 11 on YouTube for your newest in CSU athletics. I'm Jared Stratton, and up next is Ryan Crist with Valentine's Day Entertainment.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Listen, I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you judge me for having a problem. No one is going to know that I need help. I need help. I know that no one is going to judge me for having a problem. I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you listen.
What's up, Rams? I'm Ryan Crist, and we're back on another fantastic Thursday, bringing you all the latest and greatest in entertainment news. So let's get started. Have you ever been watching the Olympics and been like, I could do that too? If so, then the Epic Ice Rink will put your skills to the test, because they are now offering a free class to learn how to curl. This class is run through the Poudre Valley Curling Club, where they welcome all skill levels, and on their Sunday practices, they offer a free lesson to beginners. As well as curling, Epic is holding speed skating lessons for beginners and for all you intermediates out there. This class will be held every Sunday from 5 till 6 till the end of February. Fun fact, did you know curling, the curling rock is just called rock? See, now that's news to me. Like, it might be a rock, but I feel like it needs a better name. You know, like a puck or a ball. You know, I'm not going to say rock is life, bro. That just doesn't sound good. In case you forgot, yesterday was Valentine's Day, so if you didn't do something special, don't worry, there's still time to impress your partner. The Cooking Studio downtown is here to help with their date night course. This interactive cooking course will prepare traditional French recipes from start to finish to have a date night in Paris. This class will start at 6 p.m. on Saturday, and there are plenty of spots left. Personally, I think my partner appreciates my cooking as is. Just yesterday, I made her a romantic bowl of ramen. To find out more information about this course, go to www.thecookingstudio.com. Speaking of Valentine's Day, I thought it'd be interesting to see if anyone out on the plaza had a bad experience during Valentine's Day, and here's what I found out. So what is your bad Valentine's Day date experience?
About 2 years ago, a guy took me on a date where he just wanted to drive around in his sports car. And so we just drove around in a sports car through neighborhoods and talked about his rapping experience, and that was it.
On Valentine's Day, I spoiled my best friend like really bad. Like I got her everything she wanted. And then while I was doing that and giving it to her, I kind of said the L word, the I love you word. And that just made the friendship kind of awkward. So like the next day we stopped being friends.
So I have had one Valentine. I was in the 3rd grade. This boy, Jacob, gave a box of heart chocolates to this girl, Norma. I still remember her name. She said no, so he was like, okay, crossed out her name, and then gave them to me instead. And yeah, I ate the chocolates anyway.
I was sitting outside, I was at this little bench, we were at this conference, and he like walks up, and he's all awkward, and he's all, can I sit next to you? And I was like, yeah, sure.
It's more like a, hey girl. How's it going? Okay, all right.
So anyway, so he comes up, he sits next to me, and then he's like asking me like random questions, but he's not paying attention to what I'm saying. So he's kind of like off in the distance, and then out of nowhere, in the middle of one of my answers, he goes, do you have a boyfriend? And I'm like, yeah, I do. And then like after that, he just like zoned out,
I'm out.
like no more. And it was the worst, and I thought he was the worst.
All right, well, I thought it was a good idea at the time. I think it was last year or 2 years ago, I tried to give my ex a fish for Valentine's Day. She was really into aquatics, all that good stuff. And the day after I bought the fish in the aquarium and all the stuff, it actually died. So, kind of tragic.
What type of fish was it?
It was a puffer fish, just a little baby one, you know, tiny thing, just died.
Wow, just died like your love. Anyways, thank you for doing the interview. I really appreciate it. Hopefully none of your Valentine's Day were as awkward as a few of those. Some other Ram news, there are 2 great events coming to the LSC Theater. The first is the Banff Mountain Film Festival World Tour. This tour is bringing all the 2017 winning films around the globe. Next Friday, the 23rd, the LSC Theater will be showing these films. This tour began when Banff held a film contest to show off the best mountain filmmakers in Canada. These short films featured the outdoors, people overcoming challenges, and professional videography. Friday tickets are sold out, but Saturday and Sunday tickets are still available. The next event will be on March 8th, where Nicole Byer, the star of Loosely Explained, will be giving a comedy show here in the LSC. Loosely Explained is her scripted comedy show that is loosely based off her life as she tries to live the Hollywood dream. I love this idea. Wouldn't you want to see a comedy show about me making ramen 3 times a day? Anyways, Nicole Byer tickets are on sale and are free to CSU students. With this month being the 1-year anniversary of the hit movie Get Out, AMC and Jordan Peele are releasing this movie at selected theaters on President's Day for free. They're doing this because Get Out has caused national dialogue about race and how that plays into the award season. Peele shared a video on Twitter announcing the event, saying, as a small thank you to the fans that made this film a success, Universal and I wanted to give something back. Get Out will be for free on the 7th and the 19th at select AMC theaters, and our select AMC theater here in Fort Collins is in Westminster at the Westminster Promenade. Well, Rams, that's all the time I have for you tonight. Make sure to stay tuned for Monday Night Sports Show, and have a great night, Rams.